pair of linear equations in two variables just in 10 minutes, my dear. So let's begin this magical session for you all. So first question is, what is called linear equations in two variable? Okay, what exactly the definition of linear equation in two variables, my dear? So a linear equations in two variables x and y, here x and y are the variables, is an equation of the form ax plus by plus c equals to 0, my dear. Yes, this is called the equation here, ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This is called linear equations in two variable, my dear champion. Linear equations in two variable. Here a and b and c are what? Real numbers, my dear. So a, b, c are real numbers and a and b cannot be 0, my dear. If a and b become 0, it means the family of x, y will be vanished. The identity of x and y will be vanished. And if x and y will be vanished, so this equation will not be linear equation at all. So AB cannot be 0, my dear. A and B will be a number. Whether the number would be in negative form or positive form doesn't matter, my dear. A can be negative, B can be negative, C can be whatever. Okay, so example, 2x plus 3y equals to 7, my dear. 2x plus 3y, you can see here ax plus by. Here a is 2, you can say this is a is 2, b is what? 3. And if we bring this c that side, this 7 that side, because the general format is this is the standard format. So always make sure to keep c at the same side of a and b. Okay, so if we bring this c 7 that side, so c will become minus 7. Okay, so x minus 4y plus 5 equals to 0, 3x minus 2y, they all are linear equations in two variable because x and y are there. Okay, now if we draw any linear equation in two variable on graph, so you will always get straight line. Yes, my dear, whenever we draw any linear equations in two variable on graph, you will always get straight line because quadratic equation gives you parabolic, right? Parabolic graph. So linear equations in two variable will give you what? A straight line. Now what is called solution of pair of linear equation in two variable? So many students are still confused what is called solution. So solutions means the value of x and y which satisfy both the linear equations, my dear. Right, the value of x and y, I can say the common values of x and y which will satisfy both the linear equations, right? Those values are called solutions, right? So the solution is the common solution for both equation. Common solution means the value of x and the value of y which satisfy both the equation, the given equation according to the question, right? So these values are called solution of any linear equation, my dear. I hope till here everything is clear. Now moving to next point, pair of linear equation two variable. Pair means what? Two linear equations. Simple. When we take two equations together, this is called pair of linear equation. So this is the first equation, a1x plus b1 plus. Now you might be thinking, sir, why we are taking 1 and 2? My dear, we are taking two linear equations in two variable. So to make difference between both the linear equation, I am calling this as first equation, and that's why the coefficients are called as 1, 1, 1. And if we are taking this second equation, so the coefficients are called as a2, b2 and c2, my dear. So to make the difference, to keep the difference between the coefficients, we are calling this as 1. So every coefficients are termed as 1, 1, 1. And in second equation, 2 will be there, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Now each linear equations represent a straight line. Yes, my dear, whenever you will be drawing any linear equation on graph, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, so sometime you will be getting that the linear equations are intersecting each other. Sometime they can be coinciding each other, and sometime you find that the linear equations are parallel to each other. So when we draw both linear equations, two linear equations in two variable on graph, so there are three possibilities, my dear. How many possibilities are there? Three possibilities. They might be intersecting, right? Intersecting line. And if the lines are intersecting, so how many solution will be there? Exactly one solution. So this point, the point P would be satisfying both the equations, right? So unique solution will be there. right? So on graph, if you are getting intersecting line, it implies that exactly one solution will be there. And this is all about common sense also. When two linear equations are intersecting, two lines are intersecting, so there will be only one common point. So this is called consistent. Now coincident line. What is called coincident line? When one linear equation, means one straight line, is exactly overlapping. Let's say this is the first line and the second line is also lying on that same line. Means both the linear equations are overlapping. Both the straight lines are overlapping. So you know if the lines are overlapping, so each point will be satisfying each other. Each points will be satisfying this point, 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 this point. How many solutions will be there? Infinite many solution will be there. Why? Because both the straight lines are completely overlapping each other. So means each point, each x value and each y value will be satisfying both the equations. Now if we got parallel lines, when we draw a graph of both the equations and we are getting parallel lines, means if we are taking one point here, so this point is not satisfying this. If you will be taking this point here, so this point will not be satisfying that. And we need common solution. We require common solution, my dear. So when the lines are parallel to each other, no common solution will be there. So we are calling this as no solution, and this is called inconsistent. So the conditions in which we are getting the solution, whether infinitely many solution or exactly one solution, these are called consistent. And if you are not getting any solution, this is called inconsistent. Now you might be thinking, sir, how we come to know, like how we can find out like the solutions are whether intersecting, coincident, parallel, means unique solution, infinite solution, and no solution. So my dear, I am going to give you a very important theory, very important formula. Without solving the pair of linear equations in two variable, you guys can find out that the solution will be unique, exactly one solution, infinitely many solution, or no solution. So very magical formula and very important for board's point of view. Very important. This formula is very important. Look at the chart, my dear. If we are taking two linear equations in two variable, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So now if we compare the coefficients of both the linear equations, if this condition satisfy, if this condition rises up, if this condition comes up, a1 by b2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then on graphical representation, unique solution will be there. On algebraical representation, if we solve the mathematically, algebraically, so unique solution will be there. It means exactly one solution will be there. And if you draw the graph of same equation, same linear equations, so intersecting line will be there. So if this condition fulfills, a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, now you're free to say that, so there will be exactly one solution and there will be intersecting lines. So you don't require to solve the linear equations. Without solving, you can get the result if you compare these values. Now if this condition comes up, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, all three coefficient ratios are equal to each other. It implies that algebraically infinite many solutions will be there. So many solutions will be there. Each and every points will be satisfying each other, right? And if you draw the graph of this condition, if this condition comes up and you are drawing the graph of both the equations, so what kind of graph you will get? Coincident line, means overlapping. Both the straight line will be overlapping each other, right? And if this condition comes up, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. First two ratios are equal but is not equal to third ratio, so it means no solution will be there. And you all know when no solution comes up, when two straight lines, both the linear equations are parallel to each other. If we take one point on this straight line, this will not satisfying this. If we take one point xy here in this on this line, that point will not be satisfying this one, because both the straight lines are parallel. So parallel lines will be there. So these are three conditions and very important, my dear. If I tell you honestly, so this chart will sure should give you 5 to 6 marks, my dear. 5 to 6 marks in your board exam if question comes up from this chapter. Okay, so I have picked up here one example of PYQ from this chart, my dear. Using this chart we can solve this question. Look at the PYQ. This question is from the year 2017 and 2021. Look at the question. The question is, for what value of k will the equations have infinite many solution? And we know for infinite many solution, which condition should be fulfilled? This condition should be fulfilled, right? So write down it. A1 by A2 is equals to what? 2 by 4. So it can be written as 1 by 2. And B1 by B2 would be k by 6. Keep it as it is. And now C1 by C2, C1 is what? C is 6. If both the numbers C values are at right side, so you don't require to pick this left side. If both are at same side, so you can directly write 6 by 12. So this will be cancelled here. So now for infinitely many solution, the conditions are A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 should be equal to C1 by C2. Now A1 by A2 is what? 1 by 2. B1 by B2 is what? K by 6 equals to C1 by C2 is what? K. So we can take any two ratio to find out the value of k. So if we cross multiply, so 2k would be equal to 6. So k we are getting here is 3. So this is 3, my dear. So if we put here 3, so 3 by 6 would be again 1 by 2. So we can get here 1 by 2, A1 by A2. If we put 3 here, 3 by 6 would be 1 by 2 equals to 1 by 2. And all three are equal. Hence the questions is having infinite many solution, nature of solution is there, right? So by doing this, we can get the result. Are you getting my point, my dear? So this chart plays very important role in pair of linear equations in two variables chapter. Now moving to next point. Now methods of solving pair of linear equations in two variables. So there are 4 methods basically. Okay, by graphical method, if I tell you honestly, my dear, for this year board exam, this method for 2026, this method is very important. And one more method, this method, by elimination method. These two methods will be playing very important role in your coming exam, if I tell you honestly. Yeah, this is also important. You all know how to substitute two equations to make the variables same. Okay, so these two. So to give you the clarity, I have picked up one question here. So solve the following equation by graphical method, substitution method, elimination method. So I'm not going to solve this question in depth, but I'll be giving you tips and tricks how you should approach the solution. So if we apply graphical method here, so my dear, what you need to do, you have to find out the solutions first. You have to, if we are doing graphical method, my dear, let me tell you, by graphical method. So to solve this question by graphical method, what you have to do, you have to find out the solutions. Make sure to find at least 3 solutions. So right here x and y. And look, what is the first equation, my dear? The first equation is 2x minus y equals to 9. Right? So if we shift y that side, so what we can write here, 2x would be 9 plus y. Right? 9 plus y. So x can be written as 9 plus y divided by 2. Now put y as per your need, as per your comfortability. You can put any value. So if 9 plus y is there, if I put y as 1, so 9 plus 1 would be 10, and 10 divided by 2 can easily cancel. 2 can easily divide 10, right? So 5 would be there. So if we put y here 1, so 9 plus 1, it would be 5. Now as per your need, as per your comfortability, you can pick any value of y. So now y1 plus, now we can put 3. If we put 9 plus 3, so 9 plus 3 would be 12, and 12 by 2 would be 6. So similarly, if I put 3 here, so 9 plus 3, 12, and 12 by 2 would be 6. Now again, you can put as per your comfortability. So we can put here 3 is 12, and 4 will give you 13, and 5 would give you 14. So if I put y as 14, so 9 plus y, 14 divided by 2 would be 7. Are you getting my point? So as per your comfortability, you can take any value. These values can vary different students, because student can take any value as per their requirement, as per their comfortability. So this is the solution for the first equation. Now find out the solution of second equation. So I'm making here the box, right, my dear, x and y. And what is the equation? 5x equals to 2y equals to, so we can write here 5x equals to 27 minus 2y. I have picked up I brought this 20y that side, so 27 minus 2y. So x would be 27 minus 2y divided by 5. Now my dear, you can put y value as per your requirement. So if I put y 0, so 2 into y will be 0, so only 27 will left. So 27 cannot be divided by 5. So what we can do here, we can do one thing. If I put y as 1, so 2 1 2 would be there, and 27 minus 2 would be 25, and 25 can be divided by 5, so the result will be 5. Can do here, like I am putting here y as 0. So if I put y as 0, my dear, so 27 by 5 would be what? If we divide 27 by 5, I think 5.4 would be there. I hope you are getting my point. Is it clear, my dear? Now 27 minus 2y, now I want to make this as 15, because 15 can be divided by 5. So what we need to do to make this 15? We can do one thing here. 27 minus 2 into 6, my dear. Getting my point? 27 minus 12 can be written as 15 x here. So 6 into 2, 6 to the 12, and 27 minus 12 would be 15, and 15 can be divided by 5. So this is here 3. I hope you got the point. So these are the solution. Now what you need to do? You have to draw the graph of these two. So when you will be drawing the graph, my dear, so let's say assume this, the first equation is going this way and the second equation is going this way. So the point of intersection will give you the result, my dear. So go and draw the graph of this equation. This is your responsibility, my dear. I hope this is clear to you all. So what we need to do, to apply the graphical method, always make sure to find out the solution. And once you get the solution, you can draw the graph, and the point at which both the lines will be intersecting, that point would be your solution. That point will give you the solution, my dear. I hope this is clear to you. Now, moving to the next point. By substitution method. So let me erase this. I can use here substitution method. I hope you know substitution method, my dear. I hope you all know substitution method. So for substitution method, what we need to do, listen. So what we need to do, two equations are here, right? So from first equation, can we find out here 2x minus 9 would be y. If we shift this y that side, and if I'm bringing y 9 this side, so 2x minus 9 can be written as y, and call this as third. Now we can put this third in here, second equation. So what will be the format? 5x plus 2, and at the place of y, I think 2y minus 9 would be 27, right? Why I'm putting this? Because to make the variable same, my dear, to make the variable same. Sorry, this is x here, my dear. This is x here, don't worry. Okay, so 2x minus 5. Now what we need to do, open the bracket. So this would be 5x plus 4x minus 18 equals to 27, my dear, and 4x plus 5x would be 9x, and minus 18 will go that side. If minus 18 will go that side, 8 7 14, 45 would be there, and if 45 would be there, x would be 5. We got the solution. Now putting this x in third equation, we can get y value. So y would be, listen, this 5 to the 10, 2 into 5 minus 9. So y would be 2 to the 5 to the 10 minus 1 would be 1. So this is the solution. X is 5, y equals to 2. Is it clear? Now moving to elimination method, my dear. If we apply, I hope this is clear to you. Now if we apply here elimination method, my dear, elimination method. So what would be the result? Let me tell you how we apply elimination method. Listen, my dear. The first equation is 2x minus y equals to 9, and the second equation is 5x plus 2y equals to 27. Right? How we can apply elimination method? Elimination method means eliminating any family. Either you can eliminate x family or y family, both. But how you have to decide it? Here y is in negative form and y is in positive form. So if one family is positive form and other is in negative form, so always make sure to eliminate that by adding the equation. If one is in negative and other is positive, but to eliminate that, the coefficient must be equal. The coefficient must be equal. So what we need to do, we can multiply by 2 this whole equation to make the coefficient of y 2, and we can multiply this whole equation by 1. Why? Because if we multiply by 2 in first equation, the coefficient of y would become 2, and the coefficient of y in second equation will remain as 2. Now we can add, so first multiply, so the result would be 4x minus 2y equals to 18, and here 5x plus 2y equals to 27. Now add both the equation. If we adding both the equation, this will cancel, and 4x plus 9x, it would be 9x, and here 18 plus 27 would be 45. Is it clear, my dear? So x we are getting, wow, same result as we got in previous method, right? So x equals to 5. Now putting this value in any equation, we can get the value of y. So y would be, we can put x here in first equation, 5 to the 10, so 10, and this y will go that side, 9 will come here, so 10 minus 9, y equals to 1. So this is the way. This cross multiplication method is very easy, but this is not in your syllabus, so I am skipping this for now on, because this is the 10-minute math summary for you all. Thank you so much for watching. And one more thing, my dear, for board point of view, these are the very important thing, right? Important board exam tips. Nature of solution, you might get question from this topic. Elimination method is very important, very important. Word problem based, my dear students, word problem based question, prepare these questions for your board exam 2026, okay? And word problem based question might be on age problem, speed, distance, money problem, and cost and quantity based question. And this method is very important. You might get competency based question from this corner, graph based conceptual question, or from word problem you might get case study based question from this portion. Case study based question from these topics. So make sure to prepare these topics for your case study based question in this particular chapter, pair of linear equations in two variable. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed, my dear. Stay sparkling.